Good morning, Crusty Crew. My name is Sam. My pronouns are they, them, and welcome back to my office. It has been quite a while, and honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I don't know what I'm doing this week. I don't know just what is going on in general. Where are we starting this weekly vlog? Who knows? But it is Monday, December 9th. And why not? I guess. Why not? So that's kind of where we're at right now. It is 8 o'clock, so I'm technically running late for work, but I don't care. I know that I'm gonna have to stay late today because it's a crazy busy week. This is like our week before Christmas, trying to get stuff done and out the door for companies and their holiday parties. So this week's just gonna be a little crazy work-wise, and all I really expect to do to talk to you guys about is maybe some reading and definitely some crochet. I'm finishing up a crochet project and then I immediately have to start on another one. So that's kind of where we're at. I just wanted to get this started because I feel like getting it started is the hardest part, and I will talk more later. Okay, good morning, Crusty Crew. It's Wednesday. I'm outside with Bug right now, about to leave for work, but I wanted to do a quick check-in because I didn't do one yesterday because I was busy as hell. And today is kind of looking like it's going to be the same. We're going to see what happens. My reading this week has been pretty solid, but my crochet, I'm very behind on crochet. I gotta deal with this one and try to get my ass to work. Wish me luck. So I need to go to work in just a hot second. My partner's driving me today, but I just wanted to show off the cardigan that I finished last night. I still have to steam block it, but I'm obsessed with it. Let's go to work. So it's Tuesday, I just got to work, and I am not feeling the vibe today, so I'm gonna try to put some longer jobs on my machines so I can like read and just like vibe out a little bit, because I just want to be home and be cozy after even more snow. Good morning, Crusty Crew. It is Saturday, and I meant to do so much more vlogging this week than I actually did. And it ended up being, honestly, kind of a really rough week. So, today, honestly, is just going to be a day for me because I'm having a hard time. So, yesterday, I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. And that's basically where your body is just like attacking your thyroid. And it kind of explains like a lot over the past 5 years. So I'm kind of struggling with like oh, I'm 25 and I already have an autoimmune disease, but like, I'm glad I could finally do something about it. But also like, I'm just salty because I'm 25 and I have an autoimmune disease, and that sucks. So today is going to be a day where we are just gonna like do some fun things and take myself some fun places. And I'm gonna take y'all along with me because I deserve it after the week that I've had. So first things first, this morning I actually found yesterday a It's like the country's biggest Wabanaki. I don't know what they call it. It's like a craft fair, but they don't call it a craft fair, and I'm just losing the name of it right now. But that is today, and it starts at 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna go to that. Right now it is 8:48, and it's like a half an hour from my house. So I'm gonna go to that, and I'm super excited about it. I might be looking for like a yarn basket. Because it's got a huge amount of beautiful traditional indigenous Wabanaki basket weavers there. It's a really big thing up here in Maine, and I don't know. I'm gonna let the event kind of push me towards what I need, and then I'm going to go to the library and work on some knitting, work on some reading, work on my class. And then I'm going to come home. I might do a little shopping while I'm in town too, depending. But I'm going to come home and I'm going to make us some chocolate chip cookies, and I'm going to start on some sourdough starter, because that's something that I really want to do. And I'm just gonna like do whatever my brain wants me to do today, because I am feeling very complicated emotions right now, and I have to deal with that. I'm an adult, so now I have to deal with that, and none of my friends are available. I don't live near any family, and my partner's at work all day, so I have to figure out how to process all of these emotions by myself. So, with that, I'm going to go finish getting ready, and we are going to go to this event. Okay, so I just got out of the market, and I got like no footage in there because it was the most cuckoo bananas market that I've ever been to in my entire life. It was so busy. It was 2 floors. There was a museum. It was crazy. Like you couldn't even move. It was so cool. It was so crazy. I loved every second of it. I definitely could not afford most of that, which is fair. That's fine. But I did get some new soap. And it's made with bear tallow. So that sounds cool. The problem is I really wanted to get like a new yarn basket, but the yarn baskets that I was looking at were like over $200, and they were definitely worth that price, but they're just not in my budget at this current moment. I need to get the brakes done on my car. And everything else was like, there was a lot of beaded jewelry, and I just don't wear jewelry. Like, I don't change anything. It all just stays in. So, now let's just kind of bebop around town a little bit and see if I need to run any errands. Okay, hi. So it is 12:41. I just got back. I went to the market. I went and I got myself a protein shake from one of my favorite nutrition places, and I went and picked up some whole wheat flour from the grocery store. So, fun times. The market, the Wabanaki Winter Market, was crazy. It was so cool though. I had so much fun, but it was a lot, and I definitely couldn't do more than like an hour or two, personally speaking. But that's okay. Now we are home. I'm going to make myself like some toast real quick, just to give me like some bread in my system, along with my protein shake that I had, and then we have stuff to do. We are going to start by roasting a couple heads of garlic. I need to start on my sourdough starter, and I need to just like tidy up the kitchen because it's a little bit of a disaster. I'm also going to take out butter so I can make some chocolate chip cookies later, but that is pretty much all I'm going to do in terms of like chores. I don't want to spend the entire day cleaning. I know that I could very easily. My house is always a disaster. But I really want to spend some time just like reading. I want to finish my Darcy Coates book and start on another book, and I want to spend some time working on my crochet project. I'm working on a crochet project for my partner for Christmas, so let's go have our snack and then we can get everything started. Okay, so it's not all cleaned up yet. Like, it's not all perfect and cleaned up. But realistically, remember, I don't live in a Pinterest house. I live in crafter's chaos. And that's just the vibe of my home in general. So I'm gonna spin you around now. So here we go. We've got the freezer and we got Slim Thickum sitting on top of it right now until he can get back to my car. And then we got the cat perch. And then we've got my chair, well, the family chair. And then we have this rack that has a bunch of stuff on it, and I use it as a little table. And then we have the fountain, and that will have flour in it. It used to have dog food in it, but I did a like hardcore deep clean of it. The fountain is currently not flowing. I need to get an extension cord for that plug over there, and everyone's gonna have to live without running water for a couple days. Don't you do it! Don't you dare! She's trying to get onto my counter. That little bitch. But yeah, we have a nice, cute little freezer now. It's not anything huge. It's not anything crazy, but it's plenty for us to be able to vacuum seal and like, I'm gonna vacuum seal fruit and bread and meat. So we just have some extras around, because currently that amount of freezer is just not a good enough amount of freezer. There we go. Say hi, Slim Thickums. Let's make some cookies. Good morning, Christy. So it is Monday, December 16th, and I am going to start this week off right. So right now it is 6:40 in the morning, so I have an hour before I need to leave for work. I just made breakfast, and honestly, I wanted to come onto here and just like vaguely talk it out a little bit. I also want to open my book for my advent calendar this year. So my mom did a book advent calendar for me, and I've been opening it alone just because I've had a rough time. So we're gonna open our first one together. I'm really excited about this book advent calendar because she let me kind of pick a bunch of stuff out. So I was able to pretty much solely get books that I have read over the past year and I have loved, and that I would actively want to reread again. So that makes me really excited because I know that books that I love and value are getting added into my collection instead of stuff that I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll like it. Like, no, I know that I like it. And I know that I value it, and I know that I want to support the author. So we can do that in a hot second, but I also just want to say that I'm going to be spending the rest of this morning planning out the week ahead and trying to be realistic with my plans. Last week was rough. I'm hoping over the next coming weeks, with the new medications and stuff that I'm on, it'll help me start to feel better. I'm also trying to get into a bit of more of a routine, because I've read that routine kind of helps the body just regulate itself a little bit more. I'm also switching around my breakfast a little bit, not too much. I'm not cutting out the things that I love, because breakfast is my favorite meal of the day, and it's the only meal of the day that I actively look forward to every single day. So that's really important for someone like me who has suffered from an eating disorder for so long. Like, to just be able to be like, oh my god, I'm so excited for this meal every morning. So, I've adjusted it a little bit just to include some foods that are like slow release energy foods, because I've heard that helps a lot with Hashimoto's. So that's where we're at. I don't really know what else I'm doing with Hashimoto's, so if you have any recommendations, feel free to let me know, because I am living on a wing and a prayer, which is fine. So, other than that, let us open up our book from our book advent calendar and then get to planning and munching. Oh, it's The Kraken Sacrifice by Katie Roberts. I used this time to be like, I would like the entirety of all of the series that is out, because I have such a hard time finding the books to that series anywhere through the libraries, because I have multiple libraries and multiple scenarios, and Katie Roberts is like drenching all of my libraries except for this monster series. So that's exciting. Let's get started now. Hello, Crusty Crew, and welcome to my girlfriend's car. So we just did a holiday lights walk. Bug's sitting right here. My girlfriend just went into the store to grab some milk. And it was so much fun. It was quite busy with small children, so I didn't film because I didn't want to get anyone's kids in frame, because that just feels like rude and weird. But we had a fun time. It was short and fun. It's below freezing right now, so we were really bundled up, but it was fun. It was like a fun, cute thing to do, and I'm really glad we did it, because it was like perfect for the amount of energy I have to expand. I'm just realizing that the heat is like blasting, so you can probably hear all that. Sorry, I just turned it off. But yeah, it was like the perfect amount of energy that I wanted to expend. It wasn't like super social or anything, and it wasn't super overstimulating, but I still like got to get out and move and be outside, which is what I like to do. So we had a ton of fun. Bug was dressed up to the nines with her jammies and her big coat and her boots. So it was so fun. We are going to go home and cook some food now. We were gonna get food out, and then I was like, I don't really want anything. So we're gonna go home and cook and spend the rest of the night cuddled up and cozy together. I will probably like do some crochet, and that'll probably be where our night ends. So let's go home. Okay, bitches, I have been shopping all day, and it was too busy, and I was just trying to get in and out of places, so I didn't really take y'all with me, but I just got new jewelry for my septum and my Medusa, and I went to my actual piercer to have her change them out for me, and I bought my jewelry from her, because I'm really particular about my facial jewelry, and then I just changed out my earrings, so now I'm pretty much all gold and like moonstone and opal. And then I got some new house clothes at Target and a new pair of slippers and some stuff from Spencer's, and I've spent too much money, but I'm really excited about everything that I got, so let's go home. I'm not going to show you pretty much anything I got because my grandparents watch this and they don't need to know all that. But let's go home, get some shit done, because we got some shit to do. Okay, good morning, crusty crew. It is the day after Christmas, so it is the 26th, and you know what we just realized? I am very, very behind on the advent calendar openings because, okay, so the problem was my mom did this really cool thing where she put them like a big book, and she taped them all throughout like this big, probably like 3-foot book. Well, when you started ripping them off, because you put them all on random pages and whatever, the whole thing just started to collapse. So I just, like, it was a whole process to take stuff out because things would just start to collapse left and right. So I thought, now let's just open up the rest of them. I think I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I have 8 days to catch up on. So let's see if I can get them in order. Wow, I look like a ghost right now. I'm so sorry. So let's start with 17. Sorry, Bug's playing with a toy. So this is Where the Drowned Girls Go by Sean and McGuire. I wanted to get a bunch more of the books in the Wayward Children series. If you did not know, I did a massive reading of them, I think, and I really broke everything down. And I just love the series so much. So I just kind of wanted to own them all because I ended up borrowing most of them from the library. And I liked them enough to have them. Okay, and then we got number 18. So I read this earlier in the year. I think I had an e-arc of it, and I gave it 5 stars. It's The Woods All Black by Lee Mandello. This is a trans-Appalachian horror, and I loved this so much. I'm pretty sure I did a review of this too. So that can go up on my horror shelf. And then we've got number 19, which is 2 books. Okay. It is so it's Across the Green Grass Fields, which everyone shit on, and I really enjoyed this one. This was the Horse Girl one, but this is the newest one that I haven't read yet, which is Mislaid and Half Parts Known, or Parts Half Known. And I'm super, super excited for that. That's so exciting. Okay, the Chihuahua has joined us. So we have number 20. This is what I mean when it started collapsing. It was like taped to this paper that was like taped to like a piece of particle board or something. I don't know what. Not particle board. It's like plastic. And then it just started like falling and collapsing. Holy crap. I did not expect this book to be this big. So I read this and I gave it 5 stars this year too. This is by an indie author. Her name is Lizzie Strong. And this is How to Marry a Lich. She actually sent me an e-copy of this book, and I loved it so much that I needed to have a physical copy of it. And I'm sitting here like, this is a chunky book. I can't believe this book is this long. Like the font's not that big. This is just this is just wild. I'm so happy to have this though. This is beautiful. Yeah, this is stunning. I'm obsessed with this book. If you're looking for a good monster romance, Lizzie Strong is that bitch. So we got number 21. Buck is doing something weird. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is Mirrored Heavens by Rebecca Rowanhorse. I own the other 2 books. It was a stupid ball that I had up on a shelf, so she can't get to it. Oh my god. I have a couple of those stupid like big plastic balls, and she can only have them under like severe supervised like playtime because she eats the little plastic bits. Okay. I own the other 2 books in the series. I really love this series. I've been wanting to buy the 3rd book in the series, but I didn't want to buy it in hardcover because I don't really like hardcovers that much, and if I have like the 2 other books in the trilogy in their paperback, I want the 3rd book in the paperback. So I've just kind of been waiting for it, so that's super exciting. Here's another instance of collapsing. Oh, this is The Faithless by C.L. Clarke. This is the 2nd book in the trilogy, and I really liked this series. It was really intriguing to me. Like, I didn't I didn't immediately love it, but the more I read it, the more I liked it, the more I grew to love it. So we got number 23. Oh, I totally forgot about these. So this is In an Absent Dream and Lost in the Moment and Found. So now I own the entire series. Wow, that's so exciting. That's so exciting that I own that entire series. I really love that series. And this is the last book. This is the last one. Oh, this is Love After the End. It's an anthology of two-spirit and indigiqueer speculative fiction. This is the first case of, like, sci-fi speculative fiction that I have ever really loved, and this is the first and only anthology to have ever gotten a 5-star review from me. I enjoyed every single story in this anthology, and I normally hate anthologies. Like, I am not an anthology lover by any means. This is the only one that I have ever very genuinely loved. Oh, this one's so good. Again, I read this one through ebook, and this was just not, like, I think I did. This is not the size that I was expecting for this book. Like, it just feels like a weird width. You know what I mean? When my mom brought this idea up to me, because I've had a really bad year and she wanted to do something special that she had been thinking about and, like, kind of saving the idea for, when she brought it up to me, she wanted me to pick out the books that go in it, like throw together a list of, like, these are all books that I don't own but I would want, because we are both really into making sure that we give things that people want. We don't just want stuff in our house just to have stuff in our houses. Like, the things that we have, we want to value and to cherish. So I went through and I did almost completely books that I loved, that I had given 5 stars or above, and that, or like, that I had given 4 stars or above, and that I would want to read and refer back to again. So things that I would want to reread, things that I would want to recommend to people, things that I think would be valuable to my friends and people in my community if they wanted to borrow them. I'm really, really happy, because I feel like in previous years when I get books for Christmas, it's a lot of like, oh, I think I might like that, I think I might like that, I think that I might like that. And that's kind of what, I have a huge list of books on Pango right now for sale. And a lot of them are filled with things that I thought that I would like when I was like 17, 18, and I was just starting, like, collecting my collection. So my mom would buy them for me for Christmas, and then I would read them and I would be like, oh wait, I don't like this. Like, I thought I would, but I don't. So now I've really gotten into the habit of borrowing things from the library, or sometimes even, like, buying an ebook of it. I don't do that often. Like, that's normally something that I'll do with indie authors. I'll buy their ebooks, and if I am obsessed with them, like I am with Lizzie Strong, then I'll buy the physical book. Or Deanna Gray, also obsessed with her. So I'm feeling really, really in love with my collection lately, and I think that all of the books that came in this advent calendar are all things that I feel, like, overjoyed to have. I feel that I cherish them, and I feel that I can't wait to talk to everyone about them and reread them and just gush over. Because that's what a library's for. Like, this is a collection. I keep a collection because I really like having this many books. I want to have more. I want it to be a well and true library, but I want it to be something diverse. I want it to be, like, something that is filled with stuff that I love and that I want to refer back to, or that I could see myself referring back to at one point. Even if I have books on my shelves that I haven't touched in 20 years, I might still look at it and say, yeah, I would still be willing to pick that up again. And I think that is why I value my collection so dearly, and why I am kind of particular when it comes to what I add to it, and why I read about 75% of my books. Somewhere between 75 and like 90% of my books come from the library first. and then if I love them, I purchase them. That's generally how this goes. So I'm super happy. This is super fun. Honestly, now I need a little bit of a break. I've been cleaning all morning. It's like 11 o'clock and I just need a break. So I have out from the library T. Fisher's newest book. So I'm just gonna go sit with my heating pad on and read that for a while.